Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to my channel. Now, for those of you that know Nita's Colada 7 in 1, I normally do a tarot card reading video, but this is a special video. I'm going to be doing a video about relationship advice with my good friend
Charles. How you doing?
Right. So I will be getting back to doing spiritual readings. Like I said, we decided to do this video together so that way we can have a male and female perspective about relationship advice. Now in 2024, a lot of women are like very judgmental about, guys not able to court them and take care of them. And I'm glad I have my good friend Charles here that can definitely give his perspective and point of view, because now we're dealing with a lot. So Charles, I'm gonna ask you this question. What relationship advice you would definitely give to a woman that has such high expectations without no understanding?
I think that the advice for two people, as far as men and women, I think that it takes two people to hear each other out, to listen to each other, and to try to work things out. Because, I understand that times today, as far as, relationship-wise, is really tough. And I know that today, in today's society, I know that, trust, seems to be an issue. And, I think we really need to learn how to trust each other and learn how to have a thorough open communication with each other, because I feel like as if that, if you don't take the time to be well informed or to, keep everything, in the open with your mate, then things are really going to be tough. So I kind of learned the experience from my grandparents, because my grandparents, for example, has been married over 50 years. So, I kind of learned from their experience of certain things. But then again, everybody has their different style of relationships, Everybody could just, be in a relationship where they're building together, where they're, doing, lots of, things. But like I said, every part of a relationship basically is going to be different kinds of love, So there's always going to be a love and hate with a relationship, but at the end of the day, too, it's all about having an open communication with your mate. So
I agree, because what usually happens is with most people, especially now in 2024, a lot of people are influenced through social media. A lot of people want to live this hype or live something that is not real, that's not realistic, and not really be honest with themselves. So me being a woman, I truly believe communication is important. I do believe honesty is important, along with being able to identify your partner's needs. Not just on a physical level, but on an emotional, a spiritual, a financial, and many different areas. Because what happens is that we're human and people often feel neglected. And usually without proper upbringing or some type of role model, most people don't know what it is to have, parents married in a home or have both their parents, or don't understand that you need understanding in order to be able to get together to find out if you're compatible. I think most people should stop coming, men and women should stop coming with high expectations and not have realistic goals. Because one of the things, as me being a woman, it's I've met guys and they're looking for someone that's gonna just let them do what they want to do and not respect the fact of how to say it, just not understanding that, I have a voice too. We have a lot of chauvinistic men, a lot of men that like to be in control, like to use money as a control factor. Whatever that woman is weak in, that man would like to play on it. Vice versa with men and women. It's you got women that will do that to men as well. And I think it's truly unfair. I really think that, you should be able to have a non-judgmental attitude when you're first meeting someone, dating somebody, even hearing about their situation. It should never be you just automatically have this put together person inside your head. That's what a lot of people do in social media, and along with what goes on now has influenced a lot of people to like someone is an AI robot, had this put together person, and they supposed to just come and be this knight in shining armor, or be this queen and just do whatever it is, just unrealistic expectations. I mean, am I wrong, Charles? Let me know.
No, you're not wrong at all. But also, what I do believe is relationships are never gonna be the richest part of life, because no matter, I don't even care, for example, if two people were in a relationship, got into an apartment, and got a mattress together. I don't care. Make it work, make it happen, build together, do something that is proactive with each other, but don't make it seem that a relationship is always going to be perfect, because it's never going to be perfect. You know, like I said, everybody in life is always going to have their flaws regardless, no matter what it is. But sometimes too, a relationship is always going to be an emotional roller coaster, and it's always going to be the memories that you share with each other. So no matter what the situation is going to be, it's all about enjoying what you do with that person. I don't even care, for example, if you got to get on a hoopty, because, for example, if I'm rolling with this young lady right here, and she knows that if I get in my 91 Honda Accord that's over 300,000 miles, we're going to go and we're going to go down to Philly. We're going to go out for a damn Philly cheesesteak. We're going to do everything. But you know what? The most important thing is I'm making this young lady happy. You know? She's not even my girl. And she's already enjoying the company that we're even going through. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even have to be a 5-star restaurant. I could even go down New York City and get a damn shish kebab and a hot dog, and we still enjoyed each other's company. Go up all the way up to the tower up in New York City. See the whole skyscraper. That's an enjoyment. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think that most women nowadays need to appreciate the fact that the man was nice enough to think of you and have the thought of you, because especially with bills, inflation, and everything going on in the economy, I think if you could find somebody that's stand up, honest, and has morals, and if you don't agree with those morals, you can nicely just walk away. But I think that it's truly nice to have somebody that can definitely create moments with you, create life with you, and to show you things and to assist you, to let you know they're thinking about you. I think it's the thought that count, and a lot of us now in 2024 with social media and everything that's going on, we have lost track of that. We've lost appreciation. That, just going somewhere simple now is no longer simple. Everybody wants to text and kind of live this life beyond your means. And I think that if you have somebody that's saying to you, hey, look, we can go over here, we can do this, appreciate that, because life is short and you never know what somebody might have went through to create that moment, date, whatever it is, outing for you to be able to enjoy, especially the way times are now and the expectations of the way they got it. So with if you take somebody to Applebee's, that's not a good first date. I think that's a nice first date. Sure, somebody was nice enough to take you to Applebee's and do a 2 for $20 and get something on sale. You should be appreciative and not just look at the fact that, well, I'm not at P.F. Chang's, I'm not over here eating hibachi. It's maybe it could lead up to P.F. Chang's if you be a little patient and just have a little understanding, because I've seen a lot of ungrateful women and men. Go ahead.
I'll say this too, because for the ungrateful women, if you don't feel like you're enjoying a man's company, he can just turn you back around and then you can just go home and have a cup of noodle soup and that's it. Honestly, I don't think it's not like how it was 30, 40 years ago where you go use a payphone and you make a phone call, or, you just make a general call to reach out to somebody to see how they're doing. Because nowadays, phones and all this stuff, it's all high technology. Everybody's going through text, not even calling on the phone. I mean, to be honest with you, for crying out sake, I use my phone to speak to my grandparents, and they're not even high technologists, phone savages. I mean, I could pick up the phone and, say, hey, how you doing? How's things going on, versus somebody, texting, oh, how's life? How's everything, Everybody's so much into texting, and it's nobody takes the time, honestly, to even go on a phone, to even phone, versus, texting,
Yeah, phone call.
I feel like we should do more phone callings rather than just texting, because I think and I could speak for a man too in a way, because I feel like for a man, I think that's really in their comfort zone for a woman too, because at least for a man, at least they want to know exactly, they just want to hear their voice, and at least for a man, from my experience, that they just want to know how you doing and want to know if you're okay, if everything is good, everything is Gucci, And, I honestly don't see, that as a problem, but I get it. Sometimes maybe the other person really doesn't have the time to talk because maybe they could be doing their 9 to 5 job or work or whatever. But like I said, all of that to me is part of communication in a way. You know what I'm saying? So, dating, like I said, in the dating world, I mean, like I said, it's all about communication as well, too. So, it just, sets open doors to see exactly, if things are going to work out. And if so, how can you make it work. But, and I get it, things take time.
It does. It really does. So, would there be anything else you'd like to add to the relationship advice before we close out this video, or are you done?
I mean, like I said, the only thing I could say relationship-wise is just making sure that you have your open honesty and, respectfully just, love each other. And, if things go sour, try to make it work. Make it work. Try to work it out. Try to resolve the problem and see, where you can go from there. That's the only thing I could say.
Well, ladies and gents, thank you for tuning in to Nita's Colada to hear Trixie and Charles give relationship advice. I will be uploading energy readings, but thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back with another video when the time is right. Bye, guys.
Take care.